Welcome back to Stock Talk, where Sarah is talking to some guy called Kai. Let's go.
Well, I'm here with Kai Schwemmer, sometimes better known as Kai Clips, and we're at UC Irvine. We had a great day today. We did some tabling, proved me wrong that we did a speech with the UCI College Republicans, had great attendance.
Okay, first of all, what is going on with Mr. Kai's tie? What did he steal Mr. Flintstone's loincloth and make tie out of it? And now this lovely couple is completely mismatched. He's wearing a suit and tie, and Sarah's sporting some mom jeans and black hoodie. You'll need to coordinate.
And Kai, what stood out to you today about your prove me wrong table? Maybe you can talk a bit about what you're arguing with people, and maybe what was the protest that was happening right beside us?
Yeah, so it was very keynote. We started out with the idea of just doing an abortion topic, and then we saw that there had just so happened to be planned right next to our event with our table of Prove Me Wrong, a pro-Palestinian protest, which had a ton of people in it, making lots of noise, doing all kinds of funny chants. They had brought a piñata, a papier-mâché piñata of their school's chancellor, who had basically shut down pro-Palestine protests on the campus before. So we did a mystery topic about immigration because we saw that some of the groups there actually had signs about undocumented immigrants and support for illegal immigrants. So it was kind of goofy, like in the middle of a pro-Palestine protest, but we got some good reactions out of that, and we basically were able to show that all of them either reduced the immigrants that were coming into the nation to economic units, or just totally misunderstood the idea of immigration and what it does to the country as a whole.
Ah, yes, immigrants, the right-wing scapegoat for all of America's problems. Funny how these people always want to point fingers and blame migrants, but never blame the unethical business owners who hire them in the first place because they don't want to pay American workers fair wages.
Yeah, that's basically what your speech was about tonight, too. I think one thing that maybe we didn't talk about in your speech, maybe relate to this past week's events with Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, come on, Sarah. What a ham-fisted way to try and crowbar your little race war bait into the conversation. Great. So for the next few months, every white nationalist and his cousin who he's inbreeding with is going to try and make this Austin Metcalf case, a case for why America needs a race war. And of course, these white nationalists are all too cowardly to even say it out loud. They always hide it behind this vague language of, well, I'm just talking about crime stats, bro.
Oh, people can come up with statistics to prove anything, Kent. 40% of all people know that.
I just think black people are more violent than white broski. Seriously, has any race committed more violence in human history than the white man? What the fuck are you talking about with this bullshit narrative than blacks are intrinsically more violent than white? Did blacks ever enslave whites, let alone for 400 years?
Is that we have a lot of these, subcultures of America right now that really are just not good, and they're getting worse and growing. But we also have subcultures of America that have been here for a long time, and we're talking about the black community and some of the violent crime that we're seeing there. So, why was that not in your speech, Kai? Why would you not bring that up?
Good question. I wanted to try to get on the immigration issue way more honed in, but I did tie into some of these cultural effects. For example, this big push of DEI and all of the kind of
DEI.
DEI and all
DEI.
DEI and all of the kind of
Why is he saying DEI like that? Did he burn his mouth on an apple pie?
racializing of America while not talking about the actual identity of different groups, different races, is something that's very dishonest. It's the most dishonest thing that's happening in politics and public discourse. I didn't talk about it because the speech was designed to be something else, but I think people who listen to it and are smart enough to realize the implications, realize that any kind of conflict between cultures of immigrants with the American kind of native culture is also something that can equally be attributed, for example, to the case of Austin Metcalf when he was killed by Anthony Carmelo. Luckily today, and we are seeing a ton of wins as Zoomers, his GoFundMe was taken down after doubling that of the victim, but huge Zoomer win.
Well, don't worry, you'll find that Carmelo's Give Send Go fundraiser is still fully operational. Star Wars. Anyways, I find it repugnant for Kai to be cheerleading for anyone's fundraiser to be deleted. I'm a firm believer in innocent until proven guilty and having the right to fair trial. If folks want to donate to Carmelo, then that should be their freedom to do so.
Yeah.
What are some other Zoomer wins? I heard there's some Zoomer wins happening tonight. What could that be?
only the most exciting thing. We're getting ready to celebrate the culmination of years of childhood, going to a nearby theater and watching the Minecraft movie. We're excited to see Jack Black in the role of Steve. I'm very excited to be cheering him on very loudly in the audience, trying to kind of subvert what they actually believe are the demographics of the theater who is watching the show.
Minecraft dorks causing a ruckus, disturbing the peace at the local cinema. Huge Zoomer win.
And any other Zoomer wins? I can think of a few common. Can you think of any?
Boomers are taking an L. Stock market's down, huge crash. This is a Zoomer W. They're letting us get into the market. I'm still holding on a bunch of like cryptos that are not making me any money, but you know what they say, you don't lose money until you pull it out.
Pull out. Giggity goo.
So, I'm excited.
That's true. Well, we're looking forward to seeing the Minecraft movie as a big group here, the College Republicans, and yeah, great talking to you, Kai.
Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
I love how the interview just devolved into a bunch of dumb shit to the point where even Sarah was looking for an out. Literally, she's looking around for a goddamn fire escape. After watching this, I have no idea who this Kai guy is, except probably one of obnoxious Minecraft dorks who made headlines this past weekend. Anyways, I can't think of a clever segue, so here's my plug for the Brittany Venti Fan-Comic.
Look what we have here.
I just released the newest dubbed chapter on YouTube.
Wake up, people! Hentai has stolen your dreams.
Brittany stages a protest against hentai, but she earns the ire of a corporate zombie bozos. What are you all doing by the window? Sit down so we can go over the earnings report.
It's that Brittany girl. She's spreading hatred. Hatred for hentai.
Why hasn't she been canceled? Who hires an assassin to cancel Brittany?
Diesler? The shape-shifting assassin?
Yes, indeed. How is Brittany gonna get out of this one?
Ow. Fuck.
It's an edgy satire with tons of Brittany Venti references and some other familiar faces.
Deplatforming her is 200% ethical.
And you can read all the chapters right here.
That's it, you're banned from this traffic light.